Good evening, everybody. How y'all doing today? This is Yusuf Chowdhury tuning in from San Antonio, Texas. How y'all doing today? How y'all doing? Just give me as always, give me like a few minutes because first I gotta make sure this thing pops up on my Facebook and YouTube and Periscope. All right, there you go. Now let me just share this. What's up, Mark? What you doing, buddy? How are ya? How are you? Do you have any interesting question for me? Just bear with me. I'm going to share this on two groups. Start add the video. This group. For some reason, sharing the what do you call it? The live streaming on a group. It is not as easy as I thought. Abdul Rashid, what's going on, my man? For real. I mean, it should be just like sharing it on what you call it, like the same way you share it on a page, right? You select the page and boom, it's done. For some reason, when you pick up the group, it will ask you to. Well, that's weird though. In this particular group, basically, somehow, in one of the group, it forced me to select watch party. But let me check this another group right here. All right, there you go. Charles, my man, what's going on, buddy? What's going on? What's up? Okay, I'm doing good, man. I am doing good. So, do we have any question today? You got question? Ask me anything about digital marketing. Anything on search engine, WordPress, user experience, conversion, target audience, anything business wise. So, Charles, what you got for me, man? What's your question for today? By the way, how's the sound? Is it good? Can you all hear me clearly with no problems? Can you talk about link building? Okay. What should I talk about link building? Like, what do you want me to say? Right? Like, what is this? The sound is great. Yeah, I basically connected directly to my laptop instead of going Wi-Fi. You know what I mean? Okay. So when it comes to link building, do you have anything a specific question about link building? Any specific question? Well, here's the thing though. I think that's an excellent question, by the way. Link building. I mean, most of the popular questions out there, does link building still work? And the answer is yes, it does work. Okay, it does work. But before you get into link building, all right, before you get into link building, you just have to make sure that first of all, how can I get another website to link to my website? Okay, first thing is before you do that, you have to make sure that your own website has the on page SEO technical stuff taken care of. So that's the first most important thing. So you got to make sure that all the pages are properly optimized, like the basic title, meta tag, schema tag, images, alt tags, content, good content, valuable content, speed, and all the cool stuff when you talk about on page SEO. So make sure to take care of that first. Okay. Then the second thing you have to understand, that even if you don't do the so-called link building process, as far as your content is super amazing, like high quality, so awesome that your target audience loves to read it, they enjoy it, they learn so much from it, okay, and they share it and have a conversation, that can also help. Okay, so you got to focus on the technical on-page SEO must be done on the website. Then focus on the quality of the content. It's very, 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 very important. Okay. Then you also have to understand, okay, what the heck is this link building? What is this, right? Like, what is this link building process? There's something called internal link building, and you also have the off-page SEO, which is done outside the website. That's like the backlinks and whatnot. You know what I mean? Excuse me. So you have to look at those two things. So you have internal link building, and you also have link building coming from outside the website. So the most easiest one initially, of course, when you do the on-page SEO is the internal link building. So now what do I mean by that? So let's say I land on your website, you have a good message, and there's a call to action. Let's say I don't know you, I'm not interested, but I want to read more about you. So I'm going to go to the about page of your company, a bio about you as an individual, as a brand, or as a company itself. While I'm reading, of course, you're referring to some of my services. So if I click on it, it will take me to the service page. Or if there's there's a call to action that says contact us, and I click on it, it will take me to the contact page. Okay. Or if you have like blogs, content that kind of point to each other, like you have a content number one that talks about certain things that can point it to content for different other blog posts, future content, or before content. Make sense? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Okay, so that's the basic internal link building, and that actually really helps. So when the spider comes in and read everything, index everything on the website, it also shows the visitor how they can go from one place to another based on how you did that internal link building. Okay, are we clear now? Are we clear, Charles? Okay, where's Luis? So, and why is that? Because if you look at the so-called the definition from Google themselves, right? If you look at the Google's definition, Walid, thank you for liking the video, my man, bro. Let me know if you have any question, okay? Assalamu alaikum, by the way. So, Brad, what's going on, my man? So, that's the first thing. So, let's understand the basic definition of what Google define search engine, like, from their perspective, right? So, for them, if you try to understand Google's definition of SEO, so they will basically tell you it is something like that they want you to make your web pages, right? They want you to make your web pages easier for the search engine to basically crawl it, right? Once the spider or the bot or the crawler or this ridiculous software, when it crawls your website, its whole functionality is to basically index, right? Index all the information, index the code, index the text, right? The content. So that's why you really have to base your decision, right? When you do the optimization on the on-page optimization, you have to base it based on what's more valuable for your visitor, correct? So the spider going to go through and read everything. And imagine if you're linking internally to different places, it will index those as well, right? So let me know if that makes sense. Does that make sense, Charles? Right? Okay. I'm assuming it makes sense to you. All right. Now, so the first thing is what? You got to make sure that all the pages are properly optimized, focus on the content, and understand links. And now we understand simply what do Google mean when they say SEO from their own perspective, right? Now, when it comes to the types of links, right? You have something called naturally, right? Natural links. Makes sense. You said, okay, he said makes sense. So you got natural links. How does natural links happen? It grows naturally. Okay. So you have an amazing content, let's say on your website, and you posted it on the social channels. People, your audience read it. Okay. They shared it. Okay. And they talked about it. And some other bloggers found your content, and now they're going to write a content about you, and they're going to link back to you website or back to that blog post. So that's called natural link because you did not plan or initiate the link building process. Your fans or target audience or somebody interested in your material, they shared it and they talked about it on their platform, whether it's a social or an actual blog post or a LinkedIn post, for example. Okay, makes sense? So that's the first thing. That's called natural links. So that's why when you have a process or plan to do like link building strategies, you will notice sometime where all these links are coming from. And that's why you have to use search engine tools to basically track back or point back where the links are coming from, because if they're legit, if they're good, now you can make some sort of awesome interaction and relationship with those people that shared your information, because they're actually your brand ambassadors, right? At the same time, using the SEO tool, it can help you to weed out the toxic links and the spam links. Okay. All right. So the first one is what? Natural link. The second thing we call this unnatural. Okay. Sometimes use something called no follow tag. So anytime you point something to, let's say you have a page on your website and you're pointing it to an Amazon product or a different website, by default it's going to be called a no follow tag on the back end, right? So and you are the one that pointing to those links. So that's within a natural, because you actually kind of implemented it by yourself. Okay. Then you have semi-natural link. That means you try to build a link somewhere out or from outside to your website, and somehow those information got collected from third party and they also share it back to you. So it's like both ways. Okay. Number 4, links must have a quality links. Are these coming from relevant high-ranking sites? Am I going to point it to a high-ranking website, or am I going to have a content submitted with a high-ranking site that pointing back at me? Has to have a good quality. So when you look at those links, you got to analyze those websites. Are these legit? How long they've been in business? What kind of content they have? And of course, sometimes you call this good links, right? You have bad links, like in a spam links, spam bots, irrelevant sites, thin content based, like a fake blogging website. You don't want to do stuff like that. So these are like the bad stuff, right? So you got the right now. So you got the initial 3 points, the understanding of how the crawler works, and that's why link building still works, because the crawler are busy crawling your website. Okay. Then you understood the some of the 4 or 5 the types of the links that we just addressed right now. Now, when it comes to the link building, okay, now we're going to talk about the link building. So number of links matter. So the more link you have heading back to your website, you got to make sure that you don't want to focus just on the the numbers. Excuse me. Is a link coming from Yelp a good link? Yeah, because Yelp is a high authority site. So if you have your information on link in the bio, but if you have a post, I don't know if Link right now has an option where you can have a post, okay, that people can read it and get back to you. But what we're talking about in the link building process internally is one thing, right? But when you do the link building from outside, that means you are posting material to a third party relevant site or high ranking site, okay? And people can read it and it's linked. So in the content itself, there is a tag, there is a link that comes back to your website. It's not just a click. So there's a difference between click link to your website and actual link sitting on somewhere else, some pages. Okay. So when it comes to the link building process, there's so many ways to do it, but you got to make sure that these are all legit way of doing it. Excuse me. Okay. Let me see if there's any more questions out here. More questions. Any more questions? Any more questions? Let's see. Yeah. Let's see if there's any more questions. Let's see, any more questions? Any more questions? No. Okay. Just checking. All right. So now when it comes to the link building process, you look at the numbers. So the more numbers you have, the better. But that's not enough. You got to make sure that the numbers, they are coming from high quality links. Okay. Sometimes you can, for example, write a very unique content on a LinkedIn, let's say part 1 of that blog, very super valuable information. And part 2, you will take the visitor back to your part 2 blog post. Okay. If you write content on LinkedIn or Medium or any other relevant site as a guest on a different site, when you write the material, you're discussing about your services. When people click on, let's say, web developer, boom, they click on it. It will take the visitor back to your web developer price page or service page. We call this sometimes anchor text, which is like a word that is hyperlinked. Okay. Sometimes you can say click here, sometimes you can have the full website, and sometimes you can just put the keyword and point it back to your website. Don't forget, internal link building still matters. Outbound link building, that means you're pointing it from your website to somewhere else outside the website. Okay? Guest blogging, have to be very careful how you do that. It's still helpful because if you do that, your intention is not supposed to be for link building process, even though internally probably you were thinking like that. But you're going to do the guest blogging because you want to make sure that another high authority site audience would love to learn from you, and you can gain that new audience. Okay, and that can also help with the link building process. The other one is called local listing. So if you have a brick and mortar business or an office, so you definitely need to be on the Google My Business page and the Yelp and Hot Frog and Bing and Yahoo and so forth. Okay, if you have a bunch of blog posts and you want to turn some of them into an ebook, let's say you're going to make like 50 or 20 page ebook and you want to give it out for free, because everything on your ebook is in a PDF format. It's clickable. When people download it, they can take visitor to different places on your website. So you can make the ebook and submit it to like an ebook syndication sites. Okay. If you have a podcast show, make sure your profile is properly set up. When you do the podcast, always remind them to come to your site. If you post the podcast on your website as a blog post, you can have a transcript of the podcast. Okay. Or especially if you do a podcast as a guest somewhere else, or having the podcast show submitted to different places. Document sharing website like Scribe. If you want to take some of your blog and convert it into like a white paper or document, submit it to document sharing website. If you have some PowerPoint presentation for your web development strategies or design that you want to educate your target audience, you can definitely upload it to slideshare.net, which is owned by LinkedIn. Okay. If you do YouTube videos, why not submit it to multiple video websites? In fact, I've been talking about submitting your videos to multiple video sites for like years, especially nowadays with the so-called situation right now with the crisis. So many videos out there and so many content that goes against the CDC or the WHO gets for some reason censored and removed from those Twitter and YouTube and Facebook, unfortunately. Okay, so now if you submit it to multiple places, at least people can go and check it somewhere else. Okay. You can also take some of your best blog posts. Let's say you look at the Google Analytics and you find some of these blog posts get the highest visitors. You take that blog post and convert it into an infographic. You can use Canva to convert it into infographic, then submit to some of these infographic websites. That way, people can find the same information through the infographic format, and they can also embed your infographic on their website. In fact, one of my awesome business partner, Rosh Khan, several years ago, he did a infographic about some subject, and I believe was it Forbes magazine or one of these major magazines basically picked it up and put it on their website, and it got a huge influx of traffic. Okay, review sites, if you get a lot of reviews from customers, and of course social media website. These are some of the areas that you can actually come up with some sort of link building technique. Right? Some businesses want to focus on what we call local niche directories. So there's a company called Bright Local. They basically, if you go to brightlocal.com and just do a search for local niche directories, they basically put a couple of hundreds directory based on different businesses like restaurants, attorneys, and dentists. And you can also have a property on these niche based, directory sites. Okay. Another idea, if you do want to do like a press release, even though press release has no SEO value that much, but it can still bring you like the local news station or the TV station, or you can also go to helpareporter.com, right? That can also bring you some visibility. Tawsif, alaikum salam, how you doing, bro? Good to see you, my man. Okay. So basically, I'm sharing some of the ideas for the concept of link building process and whatnot. That's what Charles was asking today. Okay, so that's about it, man. So let me know, Charles, if I answered your question about link building. Okay, and Ted, my man, what's going on, bro? Where you at right now, Ted? Where are you at? Where the heck you are, my man? We supposed to meet at the park and hug. What happened? Okay, so everyone's gonna figure out, what did you say? Hug? What? Yes. So let's see if there's any other question here. 1 minute. It's like a brotherly hug, by the way. Okay, just don't get it twisted. Okay. Let's see. Hana, wa alaikum salam. How are you? Thank you for liking the video. Let me know if y'all have any questions. So Charles said, "Cool, thanks." All right, he got what he need. Good for you. Selena, thank you so much for sharing my Facebook Live. I highly appreciate it. Please let me know if you have any question. Waleed, you got any question, bro? Let me know. Tawsif, you got any question? Any question? Any question? Anybody got any question? Madiha, what's going on? Assalamu alaikum. How are you? Man, we got like few days for the Ramadan to be over, man. It's very sad. Inshallah, it might be Saturday or Sunday, might be the Eid. We'll see. All right, what else, folks? Any more question for today? Any more question? It is 6:18 p.m. Central Time. How can we measure social signal? Good question, Tawsif. I don't know about the social signal itself. That is something that Google kind of will pick it up. But what I would say, maybe I can change your question a little bit. And how would I measure the social marketing, the social media post conversion, for example? How I'm going to measure that? So here's the thing. When it comes to social, I don't know how the signal part. That's something Google can pick it up based on a lot of it based on the organic activities on, let's say, Facebook or Twitter and whatnot. So the more conversation takes place, the more popular is your social channel. That's how Google can pick it up. Madiha, yeah, I know, right? So let's talk about how do you measure the social media, like how you're supposed to even measure it. I mean, on one hand, if you run social media advertising, like a Facebook ad or Twitter ad or LinkedIn and Instagram, and I don't know, whoever use TikTok and Snapchat, then there is a way you can use the analytics, right? You can use the analytics to understand how much you're spending, what's happening. But if you do things organically on the social media, first of all, you have to come with this plan, right? You have to come with this some sort of goal of what is the desired outcome of using Facebook or Instagram or Twitter and LinkedIn and, let's say, Snapchat, right? I've been trying to market to Muslim during Ramadan, but apparently it is mostly non-Muslim I'm getting engagement from. So weird. That's on Facebook, man. And Google being mean to me. Why Google is mean to you? Did you adjust all the on-page optimization? I talked about it several weeks ago. For your engagement coming from non-Muslim only, I mean, are you talking about the organic one? It's possible, depends on the type of content, right? And right nowadays, I think, alhamdulillah, with Ramadan, most of us are busy making dua and worshiping and stuff like that, reading Quran and doing extra ibadat and salah. That could be a reason, because a lot of masajid and Islamic organizations, they're using live streaming to teach the Islamic lessons and lectures and whatnot. So it's possible they're busy just focusing on that, especially when everybody at home. You know what I mean? Yes, I did some of them. No target ones yet. Okay. So let's go back to Tawsif's question about how to analyze or measure the social media. So first of all, you have to have a goal. Is the desired outcome for this goal has been achieved, right? Then you have to have an objective. And the objective is that you need to have some sort of measurable action. So if you have a daily post on Facebook, right, how are you going to measure that? Of course, you're going to go to the Facebook analytics to see, for example, at what time I'm posting, at what time I'm getting more engagement, on which days. Make sense? And if you're putting this material, with whom you are communicating with. Are you communicating with the target audience? Right? How do you know what is working, what is not working? Right? And what is expected by posting every week? Okay? Is your content consistent? Right? So you make a plan, you put it, let's say, on a month, then you go back to the analytics and use the analytics to tell you exactly what kind of contents are popular, which contents bring me more conversation, engagement, sale. Is it video? Is it images? Is it just a regular text? And around what time the peak start and what time peak ends, right? So when it comes to organic things, you have to look at the analytics deeply. But at the same time, you have to come with a plan why you're posting these. What made you to pick this sort of content, right? What made you to pick, and what is the goal? Like a lot of people, when it comes to so-called social media, they just post stuff without having a desired outcome, a measurable action, or a goal, or who's the audience is, right? So it's very crucial to make sure that the audience that you're speaking to are your target audience, not just anybody or friends and family. Okay, so you come with the goal, you come with the plan, you come with the objective, and who's your audience, and have an idea how you're going to measure it by using the analytics to tell you. Then you're going to go back and make those adjustments and changes. You know what I mean? So does that make sense, Tausif? I hope it makes sense. Okay, so let me know. Let me know. Okay, let me know. So, any more question? It is 6:23 p.m. Central Time, right here in San Antonio, Texas. So, do y'all have any more questions? Let's see. Let's see. Madiha said, yes, I did some of them. Some of them, Madiha. Come on, Madiha. Some of them, you're supposed to do all of them, right? Start with I believe analyzed two of your website. You got to do all of them. I mean, the first website, the business one, both are business. One is a toy. The other one is just like photography, right? So you got to focus on that. And I told you, once you make the changes, Madiha, you're supposed to let me know so I can see it. So I can either usify it or deusify it, right? So let me know. Let me look at it and see what changes you made, so we can come with a plan. Because once your website properly optimized, then you can log into the Google Search Console and do a sitemap submission or a Fitch as. I don't think they have the Fitch as Google right now, but yeah, you do a sitemap submission. Then we can talk about the organic monthly plan, like what else you're gonna do organically to kind of eventually pick new audience, through the organic ways. I'm getting them to do all of them. Yes, please. I mean, you've been sitting at home doing nothing, right? I don't know if you're sitting at home, but just do it, right? Do it. Just do it. But if you get stuck, you know where to find me. Just some of your questions. Charles, what is the best way to optimize your Instagram to bring traffic? Just breakdance 24/7. That's how you're gonna bring traffic, Charles. Okay. Let me see. That's a good question, actually. I mean, again, with Instagram, IG, with Instagram, you have two options, right? Again, if you do things organically, it's gonna take some time, and like Tausif said, you gotta have you gotta have some sort of plan for that. So when it comes to Instagram, you have two options, Charles. You have the ads. The ads gonna bring you the traffic, right? Because when you run an Instagram ads, you can actually take the traffic back straight to your website. Okay, to your website. You're a terrible dancer. You better come and see me, man. Talk about terrible dancer. What are the paid tools we should invest on? They are really expensive. Unfortunately, expensive tools are actually really good. Okay, I'm gonna talk about that. Just paid SEO tool. Okay, I'll get back to you on that one, Tosi. But let me answer Charles' question in terms of like how to bring traffic. So the first one is, if you're gonna talk about organically, Charles, let's talk about the organic one first, right? So when it comes to the organic, you have RelayThat.com, you have Canva to make awesome images. You can also do videos. You can also have IGTV if you want to do like an hour type of material. So you're going to focus always on what? Providing these amazing content that is educational, beneficial, impactful to your target audience, right? You have to post like high quality images and videos, not those images like you took in the bathroom. Okay, don't do that. Like in the dark too. I mean, I don't know why you would take a picture in the dark in the bathroom with your teeth like smiling like that. It's not going to shine. It's not going to light. Except my teeth might shine lights, but not yours. Okay, so take a high quality images and videos. And nowadays with your mobile devices, the cameras on the mobile device are so amazing these days, right? And you can use so many apps like Adobe Spark or Wave or iMovie to edit those videos and upload it, right? So decide after that the types of posts that you want to put on Instagram. Is this something like to explore? Am I going to create a post that can create some sort of want from my audience, right? Does the post make them happy? Does it teach them something, right? Then once you have followers, following you, you can look at their account. If they're interesting, you can follow them back. You can also interact with them. In fact, and this is something I have to also work on myself. I have content getting distributed on my other social channels. I need to do better on responding to some of them. Like on Instagram, I get a lot of likes and whatnot, but I need to go back and interact with some of the comments, right? You can also get the followers comment and engage with you. Depends on the type and the nature of the post. Okay, and sometimes you can ask them or use a call to action. You know what I mean? So, but what you need to do, again, with organic Instagram, you also have to use popular relevant hashtags. So there's so many tools out there like hashtags.org, right? Hashtags.org, that's one. Hashtagify.me. Right tag, that's with RITE tag.com. You can look into that. And displaypurposes.com. So you can look at these tools and come up with relevant hashtag, maybe like up to like 11 or 10. Shouldn't go like completely crazy. Okay. Then after that, you do need to analyze. Of course, Instagram has like a basic analytical tool on the post, but you can use, what is that called? Iconsquare.com. It's a paid version. There's another one called Hyper Auditor for Instagram auditing. It's not free. The free one is Websta, like web, web with B, WEBSTA.me. So WEBSTA.me. It's free, but you have to be careful. You need to have this ad blocker because a lot of crazy ads pops here and there. So you gotta check those. Okay. So that's in terms of like the organic. You can also use like a third-party apps for like extra effects on the images, like PicPlay or Photo Collage, for example, or Adobe Spark, right? Then just set up daily goals. I mean, you can schedule them. You don't even have to do it by yourself. You by yourself every single day. You can use Buffer app, right? And and schedule those content, right? And sometimes you can embed some of your Instagram videos or photos on your blog or on your website as well. Okay. So these are some of the ideas, and if you want to learn more, you can always go to business.instagram.com and basically, get more information from there. They have a lot of tips and advice right there. Okay, does that answer your question, Charles? So Tausif, you're talking about what are the paid tools we should invest on. My number one, I mean, this is like my number one. I use SEMrush. Okay, Tausif, the cheapest price, I think like $75 a month. There are different packages. So that's number one. So if you want to invest in a SEO tool, you don't have to invest to more than one. We have several because our team use several of them because we have, sometimes we have like, huge clients that we got to do full in-depth research. But we use SEMrush, Ahrefs, SpyFu, Keyword Spy, and then of course Marcus Samurai. Then we have all the other like the Screaming Frog and SEO Suite Auditor. But if you want to spend in one, like an SEO tool, then SEMrush will be my number one. Okay, that way you don't have to invest in any other one. I mean, Ahrefs is also good because every tool, paid tool, have their own data type of database to give you the information. But SEMrush is all time my favorite. They have an amazing academy, training, webinars. They have stuff for social media, content optimization, backlink analysis, traffic analysis, keyword analysis. So yeah, but that is my number one. Then of course Ahrefs is my second highest favorite tool. Then SpyFu, that's more for keywords. So SpyFu and Keyword Spy and Marcus Samurai, it's mainly just for keywords. Screaming Frog does your backend analysis, like the on page. It looks for your internal and external links. And it's free. They have a paid version as well. Then last week, I think I talked about the Link Dash Assistant or SEO Suite, Power Suite. It's like a 4 application. You download it. It has a rank tracking, keyword analysis, on page. Those are free. They also have a paid version, but the free one can actually do the job. So instead of investing on an SEO tool, you might want to check the free one as well, or the one that has both, like the free version and a paid version. Okay, so let me know if I was able to answer your question, Tausif and Charles. Let's see, are there any more questions? People are just looking and watching. They're just watching, like, what the heck this guy's talking about? Right? What is this guy talking about? Yeah. Yeah. All right. So, any more question, folks? Got question? Ask me anything about digital marketing. Any more questions? I'm just waiting for questions. Questions are like energy for me. It's like a energy drink. I need more questions to stay hyper. Excuse me. It is so impolite of me to check my phone while I'm live streaming. But don't worry. Sometimes I don't care. Sounds odd. Okay. Any more question? Any more question, folks? Come on. Any more question on online marketing, digital marketing? Let me know if I was able to answer all your questions. These are great questions. Okay. Anything else? Anything else? It is 6:33 p.m. Central Time. Central Time. We can talk about ESO. What is that? My man, David Johnson. How do you send Bitcoin from a paper wallet? I honestly don't know. Okay, David, sorry, man. I never got into Bitcoin. In fact, when Bitcoin came several years ago, I believe I had an account opened up, but I can't remember the link. I can't remember the username and password. So I wonder how much money got accumulated. I put like probably $20. That's about it. But I can never find it. You know? Oh well. Do you want to audit my client's website? Absolutely, Charles. Why not? So, David, I'm sorry, man. I don't know, but I can definitely look into it to find out. I got a couple of friends that into Bitcoin. I can ask them. So please forgive me for not able to answer your question on Bitcoin to paper wallet because there's so many versions of Bitcoin. And Bitcoin, honestly, guys, you all need to look into it because the government is trying to or forcing the so-called cashless system. So you don't know where that's going to go using the so-called crisis to push that agenda of cashless system. How convenient. So look into that Bitcoin stuff, okay? But be careful, be very careful because not everything about Bitcoin are legit. There's some scammers out there. So if y'all want me to get you a list of legit information on Bitcoin, let me know so I can ask some of my colleagues to give me a list of legitimate Bitcoin sites. Okay, so go ahead, Charles. Give me your client's website. App Store optimization. Ooh, yeah. Tawsif, App Store optimization. Forgive me, I don't have too much experience on that. Last time we built a couple of apps on iPhone. We basically put the information of the app, and of course, the description has some keyword about it. And we looked at the top apps that is ranking, how they're ranking. We analyzed them. We looked at the profiles, and we basically adjusted the profile based on that. Then we used some sort of organic promotion, email marketing, and some ads to basically. That's how we did it. But that's not based on actual optimization. That's basically on what I saw, and I did it, and it worked. Okay, so I really don't have in-depth knowledge on that, and plus I don't have a lot of experience because I didn't have a chance to build enough apps to do that. So forgive me. But I will definitely look into that and get you the answer about the App Store optimization. Maria says, OMG, LOL. Let's see. What is this? Healing mind behavior. I'm like, man, that's like the longest domain forever. Like forever. That's the longest domain, my man. Let's go ahead and analyze your client's website. Okay, let's do this. Now, give me a minute here. Let me pull up some of my tools so we can check and see what's going on. Let's analyze this website. While I'm trying to pull some of these tools here, y'all feel free to ask me. And by the way, folks, if y'all enjoyed watching this live streaming, why don't you just do me a favor? Invite some of your cool colleagues that are hungry to learn this stuff. Tag them, invite them, or share this. I would highly appreciate it. Let's see. Just bear with me here. I just need to pull some of these tools real quick so we're not going to get paused or lagged and whatnot. We're going to analyze Charles' client's website. Okay. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. Speak. What's going on? I spoke to you last year. Wow, how you been? Vig, what's going on? It's been ages. I need to see your face to remember you. Okay, your name is familiar, but I'm like, do I remember you? Okay, forgive me. All right, let's see. Child can start crying. I don't cry, man. Crying is only for the wussies. For the real men. They say real men cry. Yeah, they do, but not in front of everybody, right? Just by themselves. Don't let anybody tell you that to cry in front of anybody. Big mistake. Don't do that. Me doing great. Awesome. Good to hear that. Good to hear that. When I see people say me doing great, good to hear that. We need that collective doing great. Greatness. Let's see. 1 second. All right. So this is a nice website here. Can I start crying now? You can start crying now. Just don't be loud, man. Charles, don't be loud and don't send me those crying emojis. Charles, stop being annoying. You need to respect this. Stop being. You need to respect the speaker. No, Charles is cool. Charles is cool. Don't worry. He's cool. He's just playing. That was funny. Respect the speaker. No, it's all good. I mean, you guys know me. I mean, I'm chill. I'm chill. I chill. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Charles, go cry in the corner. All right, Charles. Let's go and check your client's website. You got tons of ideas for your client right here to basically. Let's go and share this. What happened there? I think I got kicked out. I think I got kicked out for a second. All because of Charles was crying. Give me a second here. Can y'all see this? Must be too many tabs. Broke the internet. Okay. All right. Give me a second here. I gotta share this because I got disconnected. I stopped crying. I think what happened, you cried and the internet crashed, bro. Right? You cried and the internet crashed. Yeah, the internet crashed, my friend. Don't worry. Hopefully, it's not gonna crash right now. So I'm just gonna give me a minute because I gotta share this. I gotta share this. Let's see. I gotta share this. Give me a minute here. SEO. Yeah, it just dropped. I don't know why it dropped. Something the network here is just crazy. Michael, thank you for liking my video. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Sorry about the drop. I'm back. I'm back, folks. I'm back. Okay. I am back. All right. Share the screen. Hopefully this is not gonna break the internet. What happened? As soon Charles cried in the corner, the internet dropped. Okay, it just dropped. So this is Charles' client. As soon as I go to the website, I get this pop-up: COVID-19 coronavirus alert. Yada 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 yada. Okay, and X mark. Okay. Now, Healing Minds behavioral health. Okay. Let's see, you got these. I like that it's colorful right there. Okay, but the call to action: get help today. I wouldn't use the transparent, bro. I would use the different color, like red, because red is like alert, or yellow. Okay, make sense? Scrolling down, beyond the chaos, there's a hope. Child trauma PTSD therapist, San Antonio. We help children, adolescents, and families overcome traumatic experience and heal the wounds of trauma through trauma-focused counseling services. You have two call to action: see the COVID info and contact us. I would not use the same color. It has to be different because both are different. Make sense? So one of them has to be different because it's not easy on the eye, because to me it seemed like they're the same. So maybe accidentally I'm going to click on this one and not this one. So change the color right here. This text, you got to make it a little bit bigger. Okay. And this one here, I don't know if there's any connection between both. When a target audience come to the website, if you can talk to them like you're addressing them, right, that'll be more proper in terms of like how you can catch their attention, right? So this is so far fine, but I would not keep it like this. This look like regular text. If you can change it to something a little bit, like for example, let me show you what urban. Let me show you this. Another client, one of my business partners client, I did a what do you call it, analysis on this one, the urban strength. So if you look at the urban strength, right, as soon as I come to the page, look at that text. Okay, keep moving towards a better you. Okay, Tulsi, I would suggest changing the name to ihealingminds.com. Me know what you think, right? And there's a call to action: book an appointment. So when I see the background, I would know right away what is it about. Makes sense? So right here, you don't have the text is not doesn't stand out, and of course the link cannot be changed because the link's been there for quite some time. So I'm not sure they're gonna plan to change. I like what Tawsif said. ihealingminds.com is short, and you can have all the social channels like with the same name. So I would change this, maybe bring it a little bit here, make it a little bit large, like how you saw on the Urban Strength website, and enlarge this a little bit and change the to color. Okay, if there's a video, that would be even better. If there's a video that the video can be put in this area or this area, and or whichever you like, this area, the video, and the message right here and the call to action, that'd be good. Okay, as we scroll down, we are now in network with, okay, these are good, but when it comes to logos, you got to make sure that they're all consistent in size, because right here, you see, these are like in one line, but this one is like kind of pops out. So you either bring this right here and keep it all at the same consistency, because I'm going to show you what I mean by that. You see that? You see how it looks? It's not in the line. So you got to make sure that everything is in the same line. Okay? Then this one here, always use a black color or dark color. The text is small, 18 pixel, 16 or 18. These are good, but again, not easy to read. Change the color. Make this darker as well. If you have a picture of the customer, it'd be great. Okay? So, what's the mouth? What is child trauma? This thing here, I like this part. This is really, really good, but I don't know how it looks on the mobile device. But I love this part right here. If it was dynamic, what I mean by this, if it's movable, if it's dynamic, that'd be even better, but this is pretty cool. Same thing right here. Change the colors, please. These are very good. Expand, enlarge the text. Darken the color. Same thing here. Make it like 14 or 16 inch. Get rid of the dead space. Let's see. Same thing here. Enlarge it. And too much dead space, gotta take care of. This whole area has to be a little bit bigger, not small, but enlarge it. This dead space, gotta get rid of it. Here, so many dead space. Maybe you can bring these all the way up right here, because there's so much dead space. I don't like that. Okay, same thing here. All these dead space, you gotta get rid of it. Okay, and what else you have? You need to have the, again, legal disclaimer, privacy policy, terms of service, and now you also have the HTTPS. Good job on that one. All the pages. Totally different background. When it comes to design, you gotta be consistent. If it's something like the logo, right? Or this is here's a problem with the pop. You gotta disable the pop-up. Once I see the pop and I close it, it should not come back again. So you need to make sure that the pop-up is disabled. Okay, turn that feature off. Once I've a visitor comes in, then they should not see it again within like probably 30 days. Okay, so when I look at different pages, and this is taking a while. Okay, so these are relevant. That's fine. Just try to apply the same rules on all the pages in terms of text, bigger text. Okay, get rid of the dead space and whatnot. Okay, so that's from the usability factor. I see there's a video. That's even awesome. I mean, imagine the videos on the homepage, right? But the question is, does the video work on the? Oh my God, this thing again. Okay, okay. So we finished the usability right now. So let's talk about speed of the website. So let's see. Oh my God, look at that D. Very bad. Very, 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 very bad. Okay. So scale images, you probably have a lot of images. You got to go to the CSS and adjust all the image size, optimize images, leverage browser caching, enable compression, right? So check out, you have the GTmetrix, use it, fix that. And of course, Google's speed says 58 on the mobile. Desktop, oh, look at that. This says desktop is good. All right, so you're going to utilize these two, but use the GTmetrix to get at least A here. A or B, B to B or A to B. But gotta get rid of the D right there, okay? Okay, let's see how it looks on the mobile device. For some reason, it's not pulling up. I wanted to see how it looks on the mobile devices. Yeah, it's not pulling up. Too bad it's not pulling up for some reason. The website is it mobile friendly? I think it's mobile friendly. Okay, while it's doing the test. Again, I'm checking my phone while I'm live. How dare me? So rude, right? It's like me sitting with you guys and checking the phone. How rude. Oh, look at that. Yes, it's mobile friendly. Good job. Right here. And the pop comes up on the mobile device too. But few things has to be fixed. Page partially loaded. So you got to look into all this code, my friend Charles, and fix them. Okay. Now let's talk about, we're going to do two more tests. One is the ranking and the other one the on-page SEO. Okay. Let me close this, close this, close this, close that. This is the WooRank, which is the on-page SEO audit. If you need a copy, I can send you a copy at no cost. The title tag, child trauma, PTSD therapist, San Antonio. Good job. That's a keyword right there. Healing minds. Good job on that one. I believe you made that change, Charles. Good job, man. We offer child and adolescent counseling, blah, blah, blah. You see, when they put the phone number, what's going to happen, there's a possibility that the customer is not going to click the website and they're going to just call that number. So my suggestion is use the word click, the link above. Okay. All the heading looks good. You got the, did you update the alt tag? Good job on that one. I see there's a 21 images with an alternative text. Excellent. On the back end, you have to say that the website is, English based. Robot.txt file, XML, excellent. Sitemap, no broken links. Man, you did good fixing these issues, man. So proud of you. Except the schema tags are missing. You got to set up the schema tag. Okay. And you have Google Analytics. Good. Favicon, excellent. But not enough backlink because there's no off-page SEO strategy. That's why the traffic is low. The reason the Facebook and Twitter, all these not showing up because the name, first of all, look at the name. Healing-mind-behavioral-health. No, you got to get the whole name, just like the domain name. So you have to tell them to fix that. Unfortunately, in Twitter, only Healing Minds TX doesn't match the domain. That's what's not coming up. And same thing with Instagram, Healing Minds -SA. And this is why Tawsif said, healingminds.com. If they ever want to change, like the name of the organization or the clinic will be Healing Minds Behavioral Health SA, but they can just call healingmindssa.com, right? That way you can update the social to be with the same exact name, healingmindssa.com, Instagram, Healing Minds SA. Twitter, I'm not sure if you can take it. Okay, so that's another suggestion. You want to tell your client to change the domain and send all the social channels because the clinic, the business name is going to be the same, but the link will be easy to remember and easy to find. Okay, all right. In terms of ranking, Tawsif, this is SEMrush. So in terms of ranking, let's see how they're ranking locally. What happened here? What this thing logged me out? Let me go back again. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, folks. Sorry about that. So let's see. All right. Bear with me. Bear with me. It is 6:52 p.m. Central Time. We're almost out of time. What happened here? What happened here? We have a smaller URL. Okay. Then what Tosif said, I have to agree with him. Like healingmindssa.com or ihealingminds.com. All right, because this is like too long, my man. This is like too long. And that way you can have all the social channels with the same exact name. It'd be consistent on the business card. Even if they have a promotional products on the t-shirt or caps or mugs and whatnot, it's going to be easy for a customer to remember. Of course, the name, they know the name, but at least the domain will be easy to remember. So let's go ahead and check and see the ranking. And after that, we're going to do the on-page SEO, okay? All right. Let us see. Come on. Pull it up. So there are 63 keywords that brought some type of visibility to the website and traffic and ranking. So let's check and see what are those keywords. And if you need a copy, let me know. So right here, Trauma Therapist San Antonio. Excellent. Then on the first page of Google. Healing Minds, their brand, on the first page of Google. Child Behavior Therapy San Antonio, they're number 1. And what is this? A to Z Therapeutic Parenting, this is number 1. So anything from 1 to 10 on the first page. So they have 4 keywords. So this is what SEMrush is telling me. But if you log into your client's Google Search Console or Google Analytics, you will have more information. Okay? And everything else on the second page. So in terms of organic ranking for that main keyword, which is very relevant to their business and their clinic, and then they're doing very well. Okay, so that's very good. I'm very happy to see that. And this one tells me the traffic came from an image, from a video, feature snippet, and a local listing, which is the Google My Business page, and also from AdWord. Okay, so this one tells me how the traffic came about and to which link it's going to, the percentage of how many, let's say 50 volume search, and how many of that came to click on it, and all this information I can send it to you so you can share it with your customer. Okay? Any question, Charles? And now let's go ahead and do the basic on-page analysis by using the Quake SEO. So let's use Quake and see what Quake tells us. So child trauma PT, that's very good. The title tag is very good, my friend. Let's see. You don't need this. The meta tag keyword has no value whatsoever. You can completely ignore that. But my suggestion on the number, you can just tell the visitor click the link above. So this tool is making me or helping me to analyze the page by page. So I'm just going to the home page. Okay. So everything looks good. You got 7 images with alternative text. Excellent job. But your text ratio, text with the HTML ratio is low. So SEO Quake recommends 15%. I recommend 20% or above, but not more than 75 and not less than 20 or 25%. Amron, my man, what's going on, bro? How you doing, bro? How you doing, man? How you doing, man? How you doing? Okay. Chicago in the house. Chicago in the house. So if you can increase that, if you can add more content on the homepage to make it like 15% or more, I recommend 20 to 25. Okay. You don't have the schema tag. You got to implement the schema tag on the page and set the language, and that's about it. So you can use this SEO Quake on every single page, because right now I only looked at the home page, right? So if I go to, let's say, what is therapy, and then I'm going to run the analysis. Imran, I basically shared your friend Chris's website quickly. So there you go, Charles. Nothing on the what is therapy. There is no title tag, right? So you got to put the title tag there properly and the meta description. Okay. And if I go to the full diagnosis, and there you go, there's not enough meta tag description. Look at the content. This is a thin content. Man, that's so low. Ouch, right? So yeah, use the SEO Quake Chrome extension and make those on-page SEO updates. Okay. All right. That's about it to analyze Charles' client's website. Once you make those changes, my man, make sure you let me know so I can look at it. Look at it. Okay? Then you can sell an additional service to a customer, not just in redesigning and fixing the website, but you can also share and sell them the marketing services as well. Okay? All right. It is 6:58 p.m. Central Time right here in San Antonio, Texas. Do y'all have any more questions? Please let me know, because I'm here to serve you, to help you ease some of those pains. Okay? Let me know if y'all have any more questions. I'm gonna wait for one more minute. I hope this was beneficial. Please send me the report. All right, I will invoice you first. Don't worry, I will send it to you. Just remind me, okay, in the DM. Let's see. What is this? What is this? What is this? All right, so Charles said, thank you, Yusuf. You're most welcome. And anybody else has any more questions on digital marketing, SEO, WordPress, social media, ads, business, how to breakdance? Let me know. Don't just stare at me. Okay, 6:59 p.m. Wow. Okay, one more minute. One more minute to see if there are any more questions. If there are any more questions. Again, apology for those that in the middle of the show, live streaming, my internet got cut off. But that's why I have to repost everything again on the group and the page. All right, looks like we are good now. Nobody's asking. All right, don't forget to watch the replay and share this, and keep sending your questions to my DM, or you can leave the question on the comment section below. Let me know what you need help with, and I'll do my best to give you the resources and give you the answers. If there are some subjects outside the digital marketing or a little bit close, but I'm not experienced in it, I will let you know that I don't know, but I'll definitely also research and find you the answer myself or through my colleagues that will share this information with me. Okay? All right, I'll see you all back tomorrow at 6 p.m. Don't forget. Bye-bye for now.